Hi, my name is Beth Tuck, and I'm the Director of Science Education here at GenSpace. Welcome to the lab. Just to show you around a little bit, this is our entryway where you can see behind us we have some haiku written by some participants at a recent workshop talking about science in our city and the ways that we see it reflected. Behind me here is an exhibition called Epicurean Endocrinology, which is a science and art exploration of the way that we gender kitchen versus lab, and just kind of explorations of the way that we talk about sex and gender in the context of science. Then we have some of our scientific posters from some of our research groups, as well as from some of our teen projects. And behind me you can actually see our amazing open access biotechnology our biosafety level 1 lab. And so this is an open access science space where anybody can come and use the equipment and supplies with a little bit of coaching on how to be safe in the lab and make sure that you're designing a project that's feasible in our context. But aside from that, the sky is the limit. So whether you're a classically trained molecular biologist or a first timer, you have the space to be able to pursue questions that you think are particularly interesting, meaningful, and relevant. So in this lab in GenSpace, we do a variety of types of programs. We offer adult education, we have lab memberships, we have public events and book talks and all sorts of ways for people to get engaged with science. But the project that we're most proud of and that we're most excited about, as we've been thinking a lot about the past, present, and future of GenSpace, is our work with teens. So we have, over the last 3 years, we've worked with a group of 12 teen students from all across New York City to do a 7-month research internship program with us here at the lab. As part of that program, we've really done a tremendous amount of work to try to cultivate the leadership qualities in the students, as well as their sense of science identity and their sense of belonging and confidence and skill in science and technology, so that they're ready then to launch into the next experience that they're going to have. As we've been doing our strategic planning process, it's become really clear to us that one of the major challenges that we see in this space, which is reflected in the broader growing global community biology movement, as well as science and technology more generally, especially in biotech, is that the diversity of the people who participate in these fields does not reflect the diversity of the city that we live in. And so we think we have a pretty crucial role to play in changing that landscape. One of the particular ways that we think we have a unique position to do that is by virtue of the fact that we're a community-based lab. We're not an academic institution, and so there's very low barrier to entry. When you come into our space, there's permission to play, and it's a really important fact and part of the essence of our space. And so we think that by working with teens and youth and expanding our programs, especially thinking about cultivating the leadership skills, the knowledge, and the technical skills for the teens to be able to push themselves into the next phase of their career, that we can really make an impact on the state of science and technology in New York City and provide a model for community biology labs globally to actually live this inclusive, welcoming space that we think that we owe to the world to create. Whereas traditional research spaces have a harder time with recruiting and retaining talented folks. And we think that it's pretty important, especially here in New York City, as this burgeoning biotechnology scene is coming, it's coming fast and furious, to make sure that everybody has a chance to be able to participate in these pretty lucrative careers, as well as to make sure that the technology is shaped according to the needs and the interests of the people for whom it's supposed to be designed. So please support us, and thank you so much for your consideration. I'm looking forward to meeting you all soon. Thanks.